was a question that I answered that I just wanted to verbalize, which was how do you connect with someone at the school that is answering questions when your child doesn't have a clue what they want to study? That's really normal. That's actually, I'd say, if that's your situation, you are among friends. It's really typical actually for students to get more of a sense of what they are interested in by some of these campus interactions, engagements, virtual tours, student panels, etc. So I'd say when you're in terms of reaching out to students or trying to figure out who to ask questions for, any form of commonality is a great way to open up that conversation. If you say you're at a college campus that's really busy and there's 10 different tour guides, they do a little intro spiel. One of them might be from your state, or they might say in my free time, I do equestrian, and you do equestrian, right? I'd say go with whoever has some kind of commonality with you, and it doesn't have to be academic.
I also like the idea of pursuing the question, how do you support students who are undecided or come in undeclared? And is there a program where you can enter for the first year that has specific advising that will help students with professional advisors who are trained to help them hone in on something more specific that they want to study? You can apply to college undecided in many cases. And I think in those, telling a good story about your multiple interests and how you want to get to college and explore them is a reasonable and very healthy thing to do in many cases. Just answered a question about ED, and then there's another one. It's kind of a follow-up. So for ED strategy, so this is the binding application path. You go for a reach school because it betters chances, even if it's still hard, or maybe go down a tier or two in selectivity to maximize the ED commitment. It's a good question.
Great question. Jay, do you have any thoughts on this?
I really think it depends on the student and the family. If it's a school that you're absolutely happy with and you want to really maximize your chance in getting there, then you could go with the early decision. Sometimes students will utilize the early decision to go for a harder school because it improves their chances. So it really depends on what the purpose the student and family is using the early decision for.
I've worked with students where I remember this from my first boarding school. They would say, if I do ED at this school that's in the most highly selective tier, let's say, they would say, am I throwing it away? So wasting the ED chance. And sometimes you can look back on it and see that they didn't get in, and you can feel like we maybe could have gone I don't know, 10 or 15 points below in acceptance rate, might have been more likely. But sometimes for some students, it's actually really healthy to go through the process to that school, if it's their true favorite, dream, whatever, and get the rejection directly from the school so they can move on.